And now, Giant Sports Talk Live. Here are your hosts, Eric and Glenn.
We're talking Giants every day. From McCovey Cove to the Oracle Park lights, Eric and Glenn keep the fire burning bright, fighting for the glory, no matter what it costs us, breaking down the moments from the wins to the losses. Giant Sports Talk, we're here for the ride. Eric and Glenn with the fan base pride, talking dreams, will they contend? But we'll back the Giants till the very end. Let's go, Giants! Yes, yes, yes! Oh! Eric and Glenn breaking it down, all Giants all the time.
All right, welcome to Giant Sports Talk Live. Game 3 post-game, Chicago Cubs versus the San Francisco Giants. Giants win, get the series win. Hey, what's up, Grand Admiral? Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well, dude. A big win. Again, you get a series win against a really good baseball team. Robbie Ray, man, holy crap, dude. The guy is having a great year. You know, I thought he was going to have a bounce back year. I didn't think he was going to be this good. But look at this. This guy is playing some really good baseball right now as far as being a starting pitcher. I have no fear. Anytime he takes the mound, man, Robbie Ray, dude, I feel pretty good. Same thing with Logan Webb. I usually feel pretty damn good when Logan Webb is going to be your starting pitcher. What's up, Dean? What's up, senior? Yeah, Verlander to a certain extent. I'm feeling a lot more. The Giants got some starters out there that I don't really have any concern about them right now at this particular time. So we'll see. Daniel says Cy Young form for Ray. Yeah, you can make the argument for that. There's no doubt about it. And look, the Giants won in really difficult situations here, but the weather in Chicago. Again, man, if the wind's blowing out, all right, it's great for hitters. If the wind's blowing in, well, as Joey aptly noted, ask Elliot Ramos how well the wind was blowing in Chicago today. Yeah, he had a difficult time with it. Hey, it happens. It happens to people, man. It's tough. It's not easy. Salsa, what's up? Pitching is good. Bats could be scary. Yeah. Guys are starting to hit. Wade is starting to come around. That's important, guys, because honestly, I don't think the Giants were going to make a move at first base because you got that young guy by the name of Bryce Eldridge in the minor leagues. So you're not wanting to do anything where you're going to block him. But Wade is starting to come around. Bailey is starting to play better as far as with the bat. So, yeah, why not? And Adames is still doing Adames things. Look, I'm feeling pretty good about the club at this particular time. You know, it's gonna change, right? Series to series, you know, it's the club could be playing better, poorly. Sometimes the club could be playing much better. But I'll tell you what, for the club to come out and win the series, especially after that first game, right? That first game could have reverberated throughout the entire series, maybe even through the road trip. It was that game one was atrocious, man. Throwing the ball all over the place. You can't catch the ball, and you wind up getting freaking shellacked. 14-5, something like that. And they didn't let them bother them. Came out and won yesterday. Came out, won today. And yesterday's win was huge because, again, in that 11th inning, you were able to score freaking 9 runs. Today, Robbie Ray put the team on his back and was only allowed 1 run to a very good hitting baseball team in the Chicago Cubs. So it's great to see, man. Game 1 jet lag, maybe. You could say that. I mean, but that's something you got to deal with, right, RJ? But not to take away what you're saying. Yeah, that could play a factor. It was a later game, so I would think maybe, and I mean, you're going to Chicago. I mean, yeah, it could maybe. Who knows what time they got into the hotel and checked in and settled down for the day. So I'm not sure. But it was good to see, man. It's good to see. Kyle, oh, look at this. I'm finally ready to say it. This is a good team. I see a lot of people are coming around, which is good, right? Nothing wrong with that. It's fun. I'll tell you. I've seen a lot of people. I think I saw Daly said it's a fun team. It absolutely is. Look at this compared to last year. I mean, last year, even a couple of years before that, I mean, goodness gracious, it wasn't a fun team to watch at all. It wasn't. And we could all say that this is definitely a different team. Why doesn't Glenn think this is a good team? I think he thinks it's a good team. He even said it last night, Mike. I think you were on the show when he said it, that he might have to reevaluate how many wins the Giants may win this season. So there you go. I think he's starting to come around. I wouldn't be surprised if, especially after this one, maybe he'd feel the same way. So, yeah, I mean, goodness gracious, you're beating a really good team. And look, they're doing well against good teams. They split against Philly. They won a series against the New York Yankees. You won a series against the Chicago Cubs. You won a series against the Milwaukee Brewers. Seattle's been playing pretty good. They didn't do too well against Seattle, right? Seattle was a tough one, if I'm not mistaken. Can't remember how that one went. No, I thought they beat Seattle. Didn't they beat them? Yeah, they beat them in this series, didn't they? San Diego, okay, that was a tough one. But and Daniel, yeah, there you go, man. Who would have thought that the Giants when's the last time the Giants were 10 games above 500? 2021, right? 2021, was that the last time that the club was 10 games over 500? Yeah, they swept. That's what it was, Eddie. It was San Diego. 2023, they were 10 games above 500 in 2023? Excellent. All right, I didn't know that. But then they fell on their face, I think, at the end of the season, right? Something like that. But yeah, man, this is something. Jim, they were 13 over at one time. Okay. I think they're going to surpass that. Giants are winning because they are taking it one game at a time. Verlander has got 3 blown saves on his wins. I would tell him that. Yeah, right. Not have Walker save his starts. MVP, Jung-Hoo Lee or Wilmer? Ooh, that's a good one. Honestly, that RJ, that's a really good question. Jung-Hoo didn't have too good of a game today. I think he went 1 for 5, but he's still out there, still playing some really good baseball. So currently tied for the best record versus 500 teams. Eddie, that's important because you got to beat teams like that, right? You got to beat those good teams. You look, it's sure you need to win the games with the clubs below 500, but the ones above, man, if you could take care of business against the good teams, hey, you're playing pretty good. Exactly. No, Salsa, 100%. Wilmer has been clutch. There's no doubt about it, man. No doubt about it. And yes, Mike, even with how well the Giants are playing, they're still only in second place. I know, dude. This is going to be a tough division. Tough division. Yeah, Marcus, we talked about that the other night. Granted, yesterday it was 21-5, but now it's 22-5 against right-handed pitching. But yeah, against the lefties, for some reason, man, lefties are their kryptonite. Don't know what it is, but yes, Ibrahim, what is up? Doval has looked really good. He had those hiccups, and we're like, what the hell is going on? And then they took him, or no, did they rest him? They rest him a couple of days, something like that. They worked with him. And ever since then, man, they're getting it done. I don't know what's going on, but it seems to me that the club has a better success on helping pitchers. If they're out there and not doing too well, it looks like they're having some good success in trying to get them straight. because Doval, man, he's just a different guy right now. He really is. He looks really good out there, man. He was locating today, and I love this little skip after he got that strikeout to end the inning. That was pretty damn good. But I've been impressed with Doval. That's really good. Again, it's going to help the club. But no, Ibrahim, 100%, man. Love what Doval is doing. All right, since we're already talking about it, let's get into this, man. Let's do this.
And now, today's Giants in Review on Giants Sports Talk Live.
And there you go. San Francisco Giants 3, Chicago Cubs 1. Giants improved 24-14. Chicago drops to 22-16. Giants score 3 runs on 9 hits. Chicago only 4 hits. And out of those 4 hits, they scored 1. They had 1 error. Ray gets the win, improves to 5-0. Again, I really don't care about the win-loss, but that does look nice. His ERA is even better. Look at that, a 2.8 ERA. That is great. Ben Brown goes to 3-3. His ERA is now 4.9. Walker gets the save. And again, we could talk about that too. That was an interesting move by Bob Melvin. We'll have to talk about this. I might have to reevaluate a little bit, maybe. We'll see. Yastrzemski had 1 hit, 1 run scored, had a walk, struck out 3 times. But he got on base twice, struck out 3 times, scored 1 run. Adames, still swinging a really good bat, had 2 hits, 1 walk, on base 3 times. Unfortunately, was able to score. Lee was 0-4 today. Chapman, Flores, 3 hits today. RBI and a run scored. Ramos had no hits with a walk. Wade, again, improving that batting average. It's steadily climbing. He's now at 158. It wasn't that long ago where he was even batting below 100. So again, Wade looked good today. And he had 1 RBI. That was a nice double down the right field line. That was great. Huff was 0-4 with 3 strikeouts. Koss had a hit and an RBI and a walk. So he got on base twice. Good for him. Giants struck out 11 times. The strikeouts were up there a little bit today. Runners in scoring position, 4 for 17. Oof. Kind of tough, man. You had a lot of guys in scoring position. The Giants really could have really broken this game open. It may have not been as close if they got some hits with runners in scoring position. But there you go, though. Ray, 6 innings, only 3 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. Again, Ray looking really good, going 6 innings. That's huge, man. Saves your bullpen. Doval goes at 1 inning, only 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Tyler came in, clean inning. Then Walker came in. All right, we're going to have to talk about this. I was surprised they went to Walker. I think last night he had thrown 25 pitches. I didn't expect him to go out there today. He gave up a hit, a leadoff hit. Got a little bit weird. But then he got a huge double play ball. That helped him get out of the inning. Lo and behold, he was able to get out of that after that hit and secure the save. So there you go. Tail of the tape of today's baseball game against the Cubs. No, man, Glenn's got an early morning tomorrow, guys. So he couldn't make it today. There will be no show tomorrow. No game, no show. Friday, I will not be here, but Glenn will be here on Friday night. I will be in Sacramento. Maybe I will report live from Sutter Health Park in West Sacramento. I'll be there watching the A's take on the New York Yankees, man. That is going to be something. I'm looking forward to that one, man. Woo! 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 It's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to that, guys. I just saw Glenn at that Jets game. No, he's not at the Jets game. That's pretty good. That's right. What's the score right now? I think last I saw wasn't Dallas up 1-0 or something like that. Can't remember. Soto looking like a bad first round fantasy pick for a while there, but not looking too good, not looking too bad recently. Yeah, he's coming around. Plenty of baseball left, man. These guys will turn it around. If you're a major leaguer, man, you'll figure it out. One way or another, you'll figure it out. Yeah, Ibrahim, that one was rough, man. That one was rough. Hey, I was right there with you. I had Cade Smith yesterday. And he crapped the bed as well, man. I got -10 from Cade yesterday. Yeah, it wasn't pretty for that one. Robert says, at the present moment, which player impressed you the most? What player impressed me the most? That's a good one. Because let's break it down for position players. I'll go with Jung Hoo Lee. I didn't expect him to be this good. I thought he was going to be decent, but I didn't think he was going to be this good. We'll see if he can maintain. As far as pitching is concerned, I'm liking Randy Rodriguez, man. I know he showed flashes last year, but something about Randy Rodriguez, he comes in and it's like, oh, I feel good. I feel pretty good, man. I don't have any fear that Randy Rodriguez is going to give up any runs, man, let alone any hits. So, yeah, I'll say that. Randy Rodriguez is a pitching, and of course, Jung Hoo Lee is a position player. Hopefully that answers your question there, Robert. Yeah, Toby, I was talking about that. Wade is starting to swing the bat a lot better. 100%. You could kind of see it even before the hits started dropping in. You could see that he was making a lot more contact. He wasn't striking out because remember in there for the month of April, I'd say for the most part of April, he was getting a lot of strikeouts, man. My gosh, man. Am I surprised how clutch Flores is? No, I'm not surprised because Flores has got a history of being clutch. 3-2, Dallas is up, is it? Oh, wow. Thanks, John Jay. Thanks for that update. Jung Hoo Lee matched his game count from last year, 37, and his hitting has massively jumped. I agree. Today was a little bit, I didn't expect him, 0 for 4 today, man. That was a little bit, 0 for 5. I didn't expect that one, but we'll see. Again, it's one game. I'm not going to be too concerned. Wade actually plays some great defense. I wouldn't say great. He's good. He's good at first base. I'm okay with Wade being the first baseman as far as defense is concerned. He's okay. Is Miller a legit good lefty arm coming out of the pen? Oh, Salsa, that's a good question. He's got stuff. He gets a bit wild. He gets a little bit wild, Salsa. And sometimes that concerns me. When there's a guy coming out of the bullpen, especially if he's your only lefty, I want him to have some more control. I don't want him. Yeah, it's great that he's throwing 97, 98, right? And he's got a devastating slider to go with it. And I think he's thrown in a changeup. But he's got to be able to locate because the last thing you want to do is give free passes coming out of the bullpen. Like I said, especially if you're the only lefty coming out of that pen. He's going to have to be on. He's going to have to be on more than, you always want pitchers to be on when they come out of the bullpen. But because he's a lefty and he's going to be coming in key situations when you're facing a lefty. Yeah. Now we have Harrison. Now, Bry, what do you guys think? Let's talk about that. You know what? That could be a good poll question. Even though I probably should do player of the game. But let's do this. Let's talk about this one. Just guys, put up a poll. Come on. Easy one. It's easy. Easy, guys. Where do you want Harrison? Bullpen or the rotation? Hey, what's up, Mark? Secure my Subway Series ticket for Sunday night ESPN game at the stadium. The Suns' first game at Yankee Stadium. Dude, that's going to be, that's some memory building right there, my friend. Making some memories. We make fun of that, with the Giants, but no, that's exactly what you're doing, and that's freaking awesome. That's going to be a great time. Great time. Matter of fact, we're going to see the Bronx Bombers in a couple of days, right, Ibrahim? It's going to be awesome, dude. Looking forward to that. Right on, man. Okay, again, Harrison, guys, where would you guys want to see him? Do you guys want to see him in the pen, or do you want to see him in the rotation? Daniel says bullpen for now. Swap him, swapping out for Roop or Birdsong. Swap Roop for Birdsong. When Hicks wears down, put Harrison in his spot. Okay, that's fair, right, Daniel? I think Birdsong has earned a starting rotation job. Correct? Would you say that? I would. Right? If you want to build some trust in your especially in your young guys, Birdsong should be the first guy up. Got to be the first guy up. And I think I think having Harrison in the bullpen will help. Because again, now you got a second lefty. Now you got a second lefty. And that again, that's gonna pay dividends, because now you don't have to just rely on Miller coming out of the bullpen. Yeah, I think maybe that's what they do again, because what did they do? They replaced Trevino, who is a bullpen guy, with Harrison, who's now in the bullpen. NorCal. That's pretty good. I want Hicks in a pin permanently. Yeah, dude, I know. The Grunt Master. Yes. Yeah, he could. I think he could get 15 wins. He could. Again, I'm not a big guy on the wins, but yeah, I could see that happening, because it seems like the Giants seem to be able to score enough runs to get Ray those wins. But hey, credit to Ray. Ray's not giving up a lot of runs. He's got an ERA below 3. So he's keeping the team in it. So the team, hey, as is with his current ERA, as long as you score 3 or more, you got to win, man, because Ray is locking it down. Going to show him Thurman Munson's locker. Oh, look at that. They have the complete locker in the Yankees Museum. No kidding. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that, Mark. What's up, Ryan? He says, what up, Eric? I want Birdsong in the starting rotation. Yeah, I want him at the 2, man. I think he's going to be the first guy called, right? I think he's going to be the first guy called up. If there's a rotation vacancy of some sort, I think Birdsong is the first guy up. There's no doubt about it. That's fine. That's fine. Because, hey, whatever they're doing right now, it's working. You don't want to mess up a good thing. What do you guys say? What say you guys in the poll? Ooh, 37, 38, 39 votes, 40 votes, 41 votes. It's fluctuating. Majority of you, 76% are saying in the bullpen, 24% say in the rotation. Now, does that mean he's never going to be in a row? No, I'm not alluding that he's never not going to be in the rotation. Maybe it will be. Maybe it will be. Maybe it won't. We'll see. Senior Judge coming back to Sacramento. Look, Sacramento is closer to a homecoming than San Francisco, guys. Just so you guys know. I hope you guys. It's a little thing called geography. Sacramento is closer to the small city of Linden than Linden is to San Francisco. Just saying. Hell, it's in the same valley. There you go. Lethal, what's up, man? Plus, Harrison is a badass. Remember the Bryce Harper at bat? I like it. Okay. Yeah, okay. I go back to the other night. Hicks giving up the runs in the first and the sixth. Yeah. Well, Kyle, he's used to doing that. He's used to doing that. He's used to coming out of the bullpen. You're putting him in a situation that he's familiar with. Yeah, Eric, I know. I know, dude. Hold on one second. Wait, what the heck? There. All right. Hold on one second, guys. There we go. Cool. We'll see what happens. Eric, game on the line. Who would you prefer being the closer? Doval. At this particular time, Doval. I like what Doval's doing. If the game is on the line, Doval. Right now, at this particular time, here on May 7th, I want Doval. I still don't trust Walker. And look, we could talk about that too now, guys. What'd you guys think of Bob Melvin going to Ryan Walker after yesterday's implosion? What do you think? What do you think, guys? Did you like that move? Not like that move? Doesn't really matter. What'd you guys say? Okay, let me ask this question. What was everyone thinking? What was everyone thinking when Bob Melvin went to Ryan Walker for the 9th inning? What's up, Morcana? What's up, Kenneth? Hey, that's interesting. Let me talk about this. What's up, Kenneth? Haven't seen you in a while. What's up? Kenneth Sakai. Ray is outperforming what Snell did for us in 2024. Correct. So given the addition of Lee and less so Adames, we should end up with 7 or 10 more wins than we did last year. That makes sense. That makes sense. Kenneth, I would agree with that. I said, they'll probably get 4 more wins, but yeah, hey, the way that they're playing, it could be 7 to 10. No doubt about it. So you're talking about getting close to 90 wins or right at 90 wins at the high end. All right. It's possible. All right, here we go. It worked out today, said Fuji Simeon. So again, you're on. Okay. Enoch. You a little bit on the fence. Fuji, a little bit on the fence. Tom, he likes it. He says instill confidence. Okay. We'll talk about this. Robert, confidence builder. Okay. JB from the Len Down Under. What's up, man? Melvin is showing his balls. Okay. Enoch was high. Okay. I think you already said rather of Rogers, right? Bochy would have done the same thing. Casilla doesn't really shock me. Old school. Okay. Salsa. All right. To show the team we're not going to lose faith in you, one night shit happens. Okay. But would you agree that it's not really just a one night thing, that it's kind of been happening a couple of times? Can we just chalk it up to that? Maybe. Dean, I didn't like the move for my heart. Objectively, I think it was a fine choice. Okay. I don't trust Doval. Okay. I don't think it was a big deal. Sometimes you look smart and it's a failure, and then it's a failure if not. Okay. So I don't know. Whoever it's, yeah. Well, it's May. That's okay. If it wasn't for that double play, Walker would have gotten the loss. You are correct, Enoch. So I don't know, man. Yeah, I get the confidence building stuff. I understand. But let's talk about this. Eric, definitely not in the postseason if we get there. All right. Okay. Walker is good. This is a good development for okay. But here's the thing. Are you setting him up for success? He threw 25 pitches last night. That's quite a bit for a reliever, right? It's not extreme. We're not talking 35, which is definitely a different number than 25. And I understand the whole confidence thing, but you know what? You could still instill confidence by sitting down and having a conversation with the guy. Because again, the manager, what is his job? His job is to go out there and get wins. All right. You got to go out there and you got to get wins. If he wanted to do that, again, that decision was going to be on Bob Melvin. For the simple fact that, not only did he, I'm talking about Walker, not only did he blow it yesterday, but he also threw quite a bit of pitches. Again, you're talking a little bit maybe about fatigue. You're going back to back, and you don't know how many pitches he was going to have to throw in this outing. It was a gamble. There's no doubt about it, but I don't know. Me personally, I don't know, man, because I wanted to get that series win in a bad way. Because look, this is a good team, and and you had a really high chance in coming out with that victory. Now, he gambled and it paid off, and that's fine. That's fine, right? If you want to go out there and if that's how you're going to put confidence in somebody, okay, that's fine. I'm not against that, not in any way, shape, or form. But he would have had to answer the questions when people asked him, hey, man, you could have gone to somebody else. Just saying. Again, I saw people talking about Tyler Rogers. Tyler Rogers, man, that guy's been pretty damn good. Hell, Randy Rodriguez has been pretty damn good. They weren't going to go to Miller yesterday because Miller threw a lot of pitches yesterday. So I don't know, man. I don't know. You know, one thing I don't trust. It seems like he could locate that. He could locate that two-seamer a little bit, right? More so than that slider. That slider, dude, has a mind of its own. And if he can't locate that thing, it's going to be tough. So maybe he needs to work on that. I see someone talking about maybe he needs to work on a changeup. That might be something smart. If he can command it, yeah. But again, that was a risk. That was a gamble. So, and it worked out. So, hey, we could all say it was great. Robert, we could say it's Melvin's magic. Yeah, we could say that. But if it went the other way, well, it's going to be a totally different conversation. Totally different. Rogers is terrible in the ninth. Yeah, it's different. Yeah, it's different, man. What's up, Instant? What's up? All right, guys. Hey, let me do this thing real quick here, guys. For those of you who have been watching the last few days, doing well, Isabel. Doing well. Thank you. For those of you who've been watching, on Sunday, we announced the squares that were helping a young lady with some money. We're selling some squares to win 4 tickets to a San Francisco Giants game. You can pick of 2 games. You can pick either August 8th or August 29th and get to sit there right in the front row. As a matter of fact, I'll play this film here in a little bit, and you can see exactly where these seats are. But more importantly, we're helping a good cause. We're helping this young lady with some money because, again, she's battling a rare type of liver cancer, and it's not cheap in both just having normal life expenditures, but also paying for the medical treatment. So let's take a look at this, and we'll talk about a little bit more right after.
Giant Sports Talk Live and the NorCal Sports Network have teamed up to give back to the community. We ask for your support as we aid in Haley Busby's fight for life in her battle with liver cancer. To take part in this fundraiser, you can purchase an entry for just $20, and the winner receives 4 front row dugout seats at Oracle Park for your choice of an August 8th game versus the Washington Nationals or the August 29th game when the Giants host the Baltimore Orioles. The winner will also get an on-field experience on game day and attend batting practice. So secure your entry now, as eligibility is limited. Draw date to be determined. The Busby family, Giant Sports Talk Live, and the NorCal Sports Network thank you for your participation and contribution to this worthwhile event, covering the San Francisco Giants and giving back to those in need in 2025. Giant Sports Talk Live and the NorCal Sports Network.
All right, there we go. That gives the details on what we got going on, guys. So if you got any extra money that you could spare, hey, buy a square. As a matter of fact, here we go. I'll show you the updated squares that we got so far. So it's filling up, guys. It is filling up. So if you guys are interested, again, you can win 4 seats to the San Francisco Giants game, either the Nationals or the Orioles, and it's going to be in. Either August 8th, August 29th, Nats, Orioles. And yeah, again, you get a chance to choose because I know you're getting close to for kids to go back to school. I think August 8th, you should be okay. August 29th, but it's a Friday. Friday nights are usually fun to go to the ballpark. Don't have to worry about school the next day and all that good stuff. So if you could spare some extra cash, hey, buy a square. And then not only, more importantly, are you helping a great cause, but you're also enter a chance to go watch a San Francisco game from some excellent seats. Again, thanks to Lou. Lou grabbed the bull by the horns with this with this fundraiser, and as he did last year with the other one we did. And yeah, dude, it's awesome. I much appreciate to Lou. He doesn't have to do that, right? He doesn't have to do that, but he's being generous with his tickets, so it's freaking awesome. It's freaking awesome, man. Let's see. Oh, wow, Toby, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's possible. All right. Dan was whining. I took number 10. Yeah, he texted me. He's like, hey, put me in for these numbers. I was like, hey, 51 and 10 are taken. Who took 10? You dirty rat. He called me a dirty rat. It's all in jest. Yeah, man, I got to pick 10, man. 2010, baby. But he did get his tried and true number of 44. He loves picking number 44. Thanks, Morcana. Appreciate that. Rogers is the best against non-NL West opponents, not so much against NL West teams like the Dodgers and the Padres who know his stuff. That's fair. That's a good assessment right there, Kenneth. There's no doubt about it. Yes. Oh, Roberts. He went with his heart, and it paid off. Okay. Okay. Do you think it should involve a little bit more than the heart? Robert, I'm just asking you, should it involve a little bit more than your heart? When you have to make a move, like when we're talking about the game on the line, you're playing the Chicago Cubs, who, if I'm not mistaken, lead the league in runs scored, right? Don't they? $20, Toby. $20 per square. A limit of 5 per person. If you need the QR code, Toby, I'll put it up. It's either Venmo or Zelle if you are interested. Rogers gives up too much contact in the ninth. Aaron, yeah. Okay, that's fair. There is Saturday school, unfortunately. Oh, man. Are you speaking from experience, Hetty? Hey, I never did. I never had to do Saturday school. Chicago is number 1 in runs scored. So there you go. Right? Thanks, Dean. Do you see what I'm saying? Look, you don't have to put him in a situation. You don't necessarily have to call on him to close, Robert, to exude or to show that you have confidence in him. Right? Eddie, it's all good, man. Right, Robert? There's other ways you can instill confidence. Because you as a manager, Robert, you got to win the game. Yes, you got to manage people to a certain extent, but you also got to win, man. You got to win. But he did do the job. Yeah, that's correct. Right. And so we could all sit here and say, yeah, that was fantastic. And I have no qualms about that. I'm just saying you really got to think about that. That's all I'm saying. I think the heart has been taken from this team over the last years. So we're still showing it. So yeah, so we're showing we still got some heart is big. So we got some heart is big this year. Yeah, I get what you're saying, Toby. And I agree. There is a different attitude about the club. There's no doubt about it. The attitude about this club is much different than it was in the last couple of years. There's no doubt about it. And I think it's paying dividends. There's no doubt about it. 100% agree. Fuji, thank you, sir. Donates $2. Since Dan picked square 29, can I get number 30? Absolutely, you could get 30. 100%. I think you already have one. Do you want another one? Fuji, you want another one? I think you're on here, right? Fuji, hold on. Oh, let me get it. Yeah, you have 91 right now, Fuji. Did you want to get another one? If you do, let me know. Kepler and Farhan, fever dream is over. Ain't that the truth, Tom? Gut, not heart. That is okay from time to time. There you go, Daniel. Yes, correct. Yes. Walker stated he could have finished the inning. Well, guess what? You already blew it. If you're talking about the night before, hey, That's the job. Again, the job of the manager. He saw that he wasn't getting it done. He already gave up the lead. So yeah, he went out there and he got him. That's what you do, man. As a manager, you got to be able to make those moves. You cannot be so, what do you want to call it? You can't have undying loyalty to a player if he just doesn't have it, man. You just don't. Do I feel he's managing the bullpen better? In certain situations, he's had a couple of them. When Walker blew that one in Anaheim, I think that one could have been handled a little bit differently. There was another one recently, and I can't remember what it was, but that one really stands out. Where your Marlins at? Add another square, sent the money. You already did. Right on, dude. Fuji. Way to go, dude. All right, let me bring this up, guys. So you want number, hold on, 30, right? You want 30. I think that's what you said. Fuji. 30. All right, there we are. Let me update this. Okay, updated. There we go. You're in there. Fuji, you're in there, man. Appreciate that, sir. Val, Glenn has an early morning tomorrow, so he will not be here. He'll be here Friday night, though. I will not be here Friday night, but he will be here Friday night. The bullpen is Melvin's biggest weakness. Yes, Daniel, correct. It is. There's no doubt about it. He has issues with managing a bullpen. This year, he's been okay. All right, Ibrahim. And again, everyone, give a round of applause to Ibrahim. He is tracking all the money, taking care of all the financial side of the house for this. We get to do the fun part, and he's having to do all the legwork with all the money. So I much appreciate it, Ibrahim. Right on, man. Couldn't do this without you, buddy. Kenneth, Giants have held their own against the top non-NL West teams. Now, if only they could play the Dodgers, Padres, and D-backs as well and win at least half of those games. Yeah, right. You got to take care of business in your own freaking division, right? Got to. I agree with you, Kenneth. The Giants have to make some hay in their own division. They have to. Thanks, Robert. Yeah, it's going to be fun, man. Fuji, another $2. Expectations for the Twins series, win 2 or 3. I think they win 2, right? They got to win 2. I think they win 2 games. I think they win the series. They should. They should win the series against the damn Twins. Come on, guys. Is there anyone that feels like they shouldn't? Yeah, Aaron, I know, dude. I know a lot of people are talking about it. I'll you know what? Maybe tomorrow, since it's a day off. We'll see. Aaron, I don't know yet. Don't hold me to it. Okay? But maybe tomorrow, since I'm not doing Giant Sports Talk Live tomorrow, maybe I'll squeeze in an MHC. Yeah, there is a lot of stuff going on in the world, guys. Every week seems to be something new. So, yeah, maybe we'll do that. So, just as long as your notifications are on, you'll know. Because I usually set it up a few hours ahead of time, so then you'll know. But no, I think the Giants beat the Twins 2 games at least. At least 2 games. At least 2 games. For those of you who need that little dose of what I do on MHC, again, follow me on Twitter, guys. You follow me on Twitter, and you'll get a lot of my commentary on what is going on out there. So just so you know. Robert, with the addition of Birdsong and Harrison to the bullpen, does that mean it's the best in baseball? I wouldn't say that yet, but it's up there. It's pretty damn good, man. That San Diego Padres bullpen, it's pretty damn good. Except for today, I think the Yankees walked off. Was it the Yankees? Are the Yankees playing San Diego, right? If I'm not mistaken. Didn't the Yankees walk it off against San Diego? Yeah, I'm gonna throw it out here in a minute. I'm gonna throw out. I'm gonna get your guys' thoughts on this series, guys. So I'll throw out the link here shortly, and then we could talk about it. All right. It says, happy to help. Fuji, heads up. I haven't got the additional Venmo yet, but I will add the square as soon as it hits. Right on. And yes, make sure when you do send the money to Ibrahim, put what square that you are wanting. It's going to be fun, man. There's going to be a couple of winners here, guys. Ooh, I didn't know that. What's up, Dan? Unfortunately, Joe Ryan got scratched tomorrow to illness, so he'll probably pitch against the Giants in the series. Maybe he's so sick that he misses the series because Joe Ryan has been playing well. Last year, see, you're doing well with him this year, Dan. Last year I had Joe Ryan, and he was a freaking tire fire. He sucked, dude. Matter of fact, I think he had some kind of arm injury towards the end, and he didn't even finish the season, if I remember. But yeah, he's been having a really good year. The Giants don't need to face. Hey, he's a righty, so the Giants may have a chance. But I know, right? Come on, Dan. They should win the series against the Twins. The Twins. Never trust a man with two first names. Oh, it's your birthday. Hey, Chardol, you out there? I'm going to throw out the link. I know anytime I throw a link out there, Chardol just pops in. Even if he's not talking in the chat. I throw the link out there, and all of a sudden he appears. Harrison like a new man yesterday. Okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna slow my roll a little bit on Harrison. He came in with a 9-run lead. A 9-run lead. So there was no pressure. He could just come in and just go out and wing the ball. Just wing it. He had no concerns. Now, let's see how he does when it's a 1-run or if you're down or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Then we could start talking. But no, I was still impressed. I was still impressed that he came out and got the job done. But again, let's see how he is when there's a little bit more pressure upon him, because that is a difference. Yes, Jim, I just talked about it. I may be doing one tomorrow. We'll see. Just keep your ears, your eyes pinned to your notifications. His fastball looked different, Daniel says. Okay, maybe. Let's bring in Toby. What's up, Toby?
What's up, boys? It's been a minute.
Yeah, it has been. What you up to, man?
Working.
Living the
You
dream.
know how it is. Oh, you know. What did you think about this series? I think today was today was a big test. Or this series was a big test. I think it really shows everybody we're beating the good teams. We're beating the bad teams when we need to. Yeah. And our pitching's solid.
And and I kind of talked about the top of the show is with that utter disaster of game 1, they didn't let it affect them. And I think that's huge.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because it could have easily gone sideways for this whole series because of that, just because it might have gotten in their heads. But it seems like they were able to recover pretty damn quickly, because look what they did yesterday. Now, they had a decently, 5-3? And then, of course, Walker. But then open it up, dude. It was great to see. And then today, on the back of Robbie Ray, they were able to just score just enough to be able to get that victory. So yeah, I mean, we're talking about the damn Chicago Cubs. They're playing really damn good baseball, and we're not less necessarily catching them at a quote unquote bad time, because they're number 1 in runs scored in the damn league. So yeah, that was impressive, man. And it's great to see. And now look, we're going to go see the Minnesota Twins. Now, what I hope they don't do is they don't play down to the competition, so to speak, right?
The Twins are playing a little bit better baseball, but I think holding a team like that to 1 run at the end is a big deal.
It is 100%, man.
Like what was it when they were who did they play? I think it was the Dodgers. Like all those games are shootouts. It was like 8+ runs every game for them. So it wasn't like there was a whole lot of great pitching. A lot of offense. This showed we have pitching. Showed in the second game we have offense. Things happened in the first game. And I don't want to make excuses, but I think the travel kind of sucked.
Right.
And that could just be it. Like the boys are tired. They played a lot of games with one one day off.
Yeah,
I
and
think
now
they
they're getting
had that
tomorrow
one
off, which
day
is
off.
going to be nice.
Yeah, but
What
they haven't had
concerns
a
me is
whole
when
lot
they
of
had that day off,
days off.
when they had that one day off, they went into San Diego and got freaking pummeled.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but again, we'll see how that pans out. Again, with San Diego and that bullpen, I mean, if they just get a little bit of a lead, man, it's tough to come back.
Yeah, San Diego is going to be right there. The NL West is just ridiculous.
It is. Yeah,
Like,
and they're all still playing really good. Here, matter of fact, you know what? Here, let's bring up the standings real quick, and then we'll bring in Dean.
I talked to somebody about like we should almost do kind of like a basketball standings instead of like a winner of each whatever, like West, Central, East. Because like the Central could have a team that's not even as good as the fourth best team in the West, and I think that shouldn't be indicative of if you get a playoff spot. I think the best team should play in the playoffs.
Okay.
Because one of these teams is going to go home with a great record, like Arizona did last year. They had 89 wins, and they didn't even get a chance in the dance.
No, I know they got eliminated on that last game, right?
Yeah,
it sucked.
And that's crazy. Imagine an 89 win year and you don't even get a chance at the dance.
I know. And let's check this out. Look at this. AL East. Here we go. 21 and 16, 19 and 19, 16 and 19. Okay. Right now, pretty much the Yankees are kind of taking it away. Baltimore. That's a surprise.
Sad.
Look at this. Minus 66 in run differential. That's tough. Again, it's still early. They could turn it around. So we'll see what happens. The Detroit Tigers, look at this. This is a good race. 23 and 13, 22 and 15, 22 and 16. Again,
minus 14 in second
pretty damn
place.
good.
That's crazy.
And I see what you're saying. Yeah, Minnesota's won 4 in a row. So we'll see what happens. And look at that. Cleveland is even winning, even with a minus run differential. That's a little bit weird. The Mariners, there again, 22 and 14. Giants swept them against the Athletic, or you got Athletics in second, 20 and 18, playing good damn baseball. Even though look at their run differential. So quite interesting in how this is working out. NL East, New York Mets and the Phillies, neck and neck, man. Wow. 24 and 14, 21 and 15. They're playing some good base. Or Atlanta's still there. Nationals, not too bad. Look at that. They're getting close to 500. Not too bad.
That's a young team to look out for in the next couple of years.
Yep. The Central, Cubs 22 and 16, and Milwaukee Brewers 19 and 19. Reds 19 and 19. I think they're going to still be there. I think the Reds are still going to be there, man.
Yeah.
They're playing well. And look at the NL West. Look at this. 25 and 12, 23 and 13, 24 and 14. Dude. I mean, that is just nuts, dude.
The Rockies are almost at a negative.
Oh, I know,
That's
dude.
so sad.
I
feel bad. I feel bad for them.
I know, dude. And Bud Black keeps coming back too. I don't know what that's all about, but again, this is tough.
Yeah,
It's tough.
Yeah. And one team is not going to get a chance in the dance. That's the craziest part, is because there's so many good teams in the East as well. Like if Phillies, Braves may get back into it, I don't know. Like they're still legit. I don't see why they wouldn't.
Right. All right. Here to be. Okay. No one else. Okay. Daniel, this is what surprises me, Daniel. I'm surprised the Orioles didn't go out there and be a little bit more aggressive on the starting pitcher market, or make a trade or something.
They have so many young pieces to trade for something if they don't want to spend the cash. It makes no sense. Right.
Exactly. I don't understand. And they had players they could have traded too. We talk about the Giants, Wow. Angels just walked off the Blue Jays. Thanks, Boo. Boo must die.
Yeah, they have spots that guys are kind of just like held up. Trade for better pitching. You have one glaring hole on your team, and it's pitching.
Yep. Let's see. There's something else I wanted to see. What was it? No. All right. Here, let's bring in Dean. What's up, Dean?
Hey, what's up, Eric?
It's going, man. So I got Toby's take on the series. What'd you think about the series? What you got?
Really good. Really good series win. Obviously, that first game, not great. 4 errors, lost by 7. We'll best not speak on that one. But yeah, actually, I was talking to my coworker who's a Cubs fan today, and we were just talking about the series. And one thing that was just really apparent in this series is that, well, I mentioned this before. I was worried about the pitching still, even after they were starting to kind of seemingly turn it around, because they were doing it against not very strong offensive teams. And so this was the series I had pinned to see, like, okay, this is where we'll see, like, have they really turned it around? And by and large, I'm very happy with what I saw from the starting rotation this series. Root got a little banged up, but again, 2 of his runs were unearned. You had some fielding errors, which Chapman fielding errors, that's going to be probably something worth discussing. Verlander's start was okay. Again, didn't really have the strikeout ball, but only gave up 3 runs on 5 hits. And then Robbie Ray, I mean, he had a really impressive outing last time with the 7-inning, 2-hit game. Granted, it was against that was the Rockies, but still, yeah, he follows it up again with a 6-inning, 3-hit, 1-run outing, and which again is very, very good.
And you know what's crazy, Dean? He pitched literally against the worst team in the National League, and he just went up against the best team in the major leagues as far as runs scored. So that tells you he's getting it done, whether it's bad teams or whether it's the very best. Robbie Ray, and I said, hey, I think he's going to be better. Did I expect him to be like this? No, I didn't. But man, I tell you, I'm impressed with what he's doing. And again, you're that much more removed from Tommy John. That's why Tommy John is not necessarily, it's not a career devastator. It's just, it sucks for your team for that year. But we'll say a year and a half plus, you're not going to be as effective. Well, I shouldn't say even effective. You're not going to be even pitching for at least a year, and then a year and a half, your stuff may not quite be there. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty impressive, right?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, he had in the third of a season that we saw him last year, he definitely had his moments, but he definitely struggled at times. And I think he got a little unlucky in his first few starts too. I think he definitely didn't get a lot of help from his fielding in some of his earlier starts. And then granted, there was that walk fest against the, I forget who it was, but there was that one game where they gave up a bunch of walks in the first. But yeah, I mean, by and large, I was like, Robbie's had some tough innings, but by and large, I think he's going to be better. And this outing against the Cubs, I think really showed that, okay, yeah, I feel like he's getting back into his groove, his momentum's getting back. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with how the starting rotation looked overall.
And then we go to Toby, and I'm gonna come back to you, Dean. I ask you the same question. Lamont Wade, what do you think?
I think I had put it in the chat earlier. Like at the end of April, he was getting loud outs, some unlucky outs, where it seemed like wherever he hit it, someone was right there. Yeah. And now those hits that were making outs, now they're becoming hits. So I think leave April behind. Hopefully it was the biggest anomaly of his career. He's starting to walk again. Those hard hits are now becoming hits instead of outs. Things happen in baseball that are, who knows? Like you see something new every day, and I think it was just the worst April I think any fan has ever seen ever.
Yeah. I mean, and Dean, actually before Kevin Burke, what's up? A Giants fan stuck in St. Louis. I'm here to tell you, all they do is the wave at Busch Stadium come on, man. St. Louis, you're better than that, man. You
Get
guys
it together.
Are up there. Hey, St. Louis Cardinal fans are up there and being some great baseball fans. Don't do the wave. Come on, man. That's LA Dodger stuff. Not St. Louis Cardinals, not San Francisco Giants. Come on, man. Okay.
Better organization than that.
I had to get it out of my chest, man. Got to let that go sometimes. Dean, same thing. Wade, what'd you think? It's nice to see him starting to produce a little bit here.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've been saying for a while that his at-bats have been getting better and better. And yeah, like Toby said, we've seen quite a few hits that were almost hits, if not for a few feet to the left or a few feet to the right, just barely foul. But yeah, we're starting to definitely see him convert some hits. He's been making loud contact, like Toby said. Overall, I think it's he's definitely turning a corner. Now, how far will this corner turn get him? That remains to be seen. But I'm liking the consistency that he's been showing more recently. He's been having much better at bats, not really striking out as often as he was in especially late April, where things just got real bad for him until he started making that loud contact. But yeah, feeling pretty good. Like you also said, solid defense.
His defense has been decent.
I think the thing that with him is just like he's been really good at handling all of Chapman's throws, including the ones that get in the dirt. So he's doing what we need him to do defensively.
There you go. And how about Patrick Bailey? I'll start with you. Patrick Bailey, he's starting to swing the bat a little bit better too, huh?
Yeah, totally. Still going to take some time to get there. But yeah, again, the quality of the at-bats since our last homestand have looked a lot better for sure. And we talk a lot about the Cubs hitting, but the Cubs pitching not a slouch at all. They have a pretty solid rotation, a pretty solid bullpen. Nothing really jumps out immediately, but they still have a really solid both rotation and bullpen. I think we were also a little bit lucky to get to avoid Imanaga this series, thanks to he's on the IL currently. So there is that, but I also think just like, it's a solid group all around. I think that's why I went into this series thinking the Cubs were kind of the better team on paper, just by how well-rounded they are. But Giants went in, took care of business. Patrick Bailey, Lamont Wade Jr. looking pretty solid throughout this series and hoping to see that continue in Minnesota.
There you go. All right, here, let me try this real quick. I'm doing something.
When do we play the Dodgers? I feel like that's
forever, dude.
While, man.
Like, unfortunately, I feel like that's going to be the big thing is until we play the Dodgers, we're going to kind of have that, you guys lost to the Padres. You're still not that good. You're beating on bad teams, even though we just beat the Cubs. Like, I feel like somehow we're still not getting that respect of like, they're just winning. Like, we're not getting that, like, they're beating good teams. Like, we have, 10 games over 500 just off of teams over 500.
Yeah, we don't play the Dodgers until the second weekend of June. We do have a 4-game set against the Padres before that. So
yeah,
given
that
how
would
they're
be a
going,
big test.
That's going to be another series to watch. That's actually going to coincide with my last day of school. So I will probably be heading out to the ballpark on the last day to celebrate.
And I tell you what, hey, real quick, I'm going to ask you guys, both of you guys. I'll start with you, Toby. Kyle has a great question. As chair as the Luis Matos fan club, I'm unpleased with Matos getting showed the bench after starting a hot streak. That's a valid damn question, Toby. What do you think? What do you do with this conundrum of Luis Matos? Because the kid is showing something, and you can't sit him, can you?
Yeah, it's so rough. Where do you put him? Like, Wilmer's doing so good at DH. Like, Wilmer's glove is just so bad. You can't put him at first base. Unfortunately, if his glove was even a little bit better, I would say put him at first base and put Matos at DH. But his glove is just terrible. His legs are shot. And the outfield, they're all playing really good right now. Ramos's at-bats are looking better. Jung Hui just had a bad little stretch, but he's as good as we have right now, and Yaz is still playing up to par. It's not like he's tanked over the last couple of weeks. So just
like Kevin said, Yaz is blocking Matos, and it sucks. It freaking sucks because how do you know? Is Matos for real, right, Dean? Is Matos for real? Because of what I've seen, I've loved what I've seen. This kid, he talked about it in that post game when he had that really good game. It's hard for him to get a groove because everyone knows with baseball, it's all about repetition. And if he can't get that repetition, how does he show what he has if you're not playing him?
Yeah, I agree. It's just I feel like it's just a really tough situation with the outfielders performing as they currently are. And Matos only really just getting time against the against the lefties, which I think somebody mentioned earlier, which is a kind of interesting point that he does have reverse splits against.
Yeah, he's terrible against lefties.
Which
He's
is
terrible.
so-
I know.
Terrible. It's quite crazy. Yeah, they showed it on the broadcast. I was like, is that even real? Like that?
Yeah, it's weird,
terrible.
dude.
Yeah, it's the darndest
But
thing.
to be
it's
honest
only
with
good where
you-
can get playing time.
To be honest with you, what handed pitcher are you facing?
Most of the time you're facing righties, though.
Right. So he's
it's
and the thing
good.
is, he's had success. The guy has this. If you look at his minor league and look, the minor league numbers aren't indicative of what you're going to do in the major leagues, right? Because it's just totally different. But it shows something. What he's capable of. He's always had a high on base. He's always had a low strikeout rate, and he's always made contact. His defense may be a little bit sketchy, but man, the kid is only 23, 24.
Yeah.
The thing that's happening to him is what happened to Ramos. And look what Ramos is now. Now he's your starting left fielder.
Yeah.
Dude.
What's also kind of unfortunate too is that, I mean, in this situation, the kind of strange thing that's bad about all this is that the Giants are winning though as it is right now. And if this were a 14-24 ball club instead, then we would be probably having a completely different discussion about Matos showing up in the lineup. I feel like there would be a lot more reason to tinker with the lineup, especially if we were 10 games under 500, but we're 10 games over 500. And when they say if it ain't broke, right? But again, I agree that it feels like a really tough situation because they did give him those opportunities when they were letting Jung-Hoo Lee take a break. They let when they gave Ramos a break, when they gave Wilmer a break, and he got in a few games while those players were resting, and he showed up. And it just kind of sucks. It feels so much like the circumstances of the situation are just simply blocking him. And because the team is winning, you don't really want to tinker with the lineup anymore for as long as the team is winning. So it's kind of hard to see where Matos gets in on this logjam outside of these rest days or IL stints, which we don't want to happen either.
And what sucks is what it's showing me. And hey, the GOAT, we'll get to you in a minute. Even if he's playing well, he's still not going to get the starts. And that's the unfortunate part of it. Even if he's showing something, it's like, oh, there's the bench, buddy. Have fun warming it. And I don't like it, man. And then, are they going to shit on him if you call him up, if there's a pinch hit situation late in the game and he doesn't come through? Is the organization shit on him? Is because he didn't come through in a moment that, you really didn't set him up to succeed in? Dude, I don't like it. Bench players should be your veteran guys. Yeah. Flores, perfect example. I know he's swinging a great bat right now, but he is your prototypical bench guy. Yaz, for the longest time, this year he's having a little bit of a revelation. Maybe because it's a contract year, I don't know. But he was your prototypical bench guy, a veteran guy, come off the bench cold and be able to give you a good at bat. A young guy like Matos needs to freaking get that playing time, man.
Yeah.
All right. The GOAT, 415. Oh, go ahead, Toby.
Yeah, I think Matos, like if him and Luciano are kind of in that same spot. If this was last year and we were terrible, get them as many reps as you could. And I think they never just manned up and just let it happen. Let them be bad for a month and let them work through it. It was just like, oh, you got to send him back down to Sacramento and let's sign Nick Ahmed or something like that. It was like, let the young guys play. He's 23. Let him play.
I know. All right, let's talk about this real quick. Sorry about that. I'm just talking to some guys here. I have a question. If the Giants are in contention for a wild card spot by the trade deadline, who do you think they should get? Well, it's kind of hard because I don't know. Is it going to be an arm? Is it going to be a bat? You know what? It's too soon to tell right now, right, guys? I mean, it seems like pitching always seems to be the commodity at the trade deadline to get you through, right?
Who's in a contract year and who's not in a contending team? Like That's probably the biggest thing is who's not really contending and who's in a contract year and how much do we have to give up? Because it just seems like the prices are getting steeper and steeper for these 1-year rentals at the trade deadline because they know like, oh, if you're close to the dance, you're going to try and get in.
Right. And that's going to be tough because one thing the Giants do have, they got a lot of depth in pitching.
Yeah.
Right. So do they even have to make a move for pitching since they got a lot of it in house? I don't know. And again, a lot of it, knock on wood, is if there's injuries to a key position and you need to fortify it just for this year, you go out there and you take care of business. But I don't know. Look, there's a lot of time between now and what is that? The end of July, beginning of August. So it should be interesting in how that works. You know what I think is going to be even more important than that is how Buster Posey does in his first draft. Who is he going to go after? It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. And the hard part for the trade deadline is I think there's teams with more notable names. I think we just have underappreciated talent. If you look at our minor league system, like we actually have very good players, but they don't have the biggest names. They're not on all the top 100 lists, but they're damn good players. You see every week. I think if you've paid attention to the minor league system, we've had a guy on every team at least win player of the week, pitcher of the week. Like we have some solid pieces, they're just not big name pieces.
Right. Exactly. All right, here. Let me see. I'm waiting for a response. Shardall, check the private message, man. See what he has to say.
He's here.
Yeah, of course he is. I put out the link.
You summoned him.
Yeah, it's like a freaking. It's like a bead of nectar, man. Anthony, what's up? I think Buster is going to lean on Zach. I don't know, man. We'll see. I'm not sold. I'm not sold on the Zach. I'm just not sold on Zach yet. We'll see.
We have drafted very well over the last couple of years, so I'm not too.
But here's the thing. Yeah,
we've got some good talent at spots. Like Bryce Eldridge looks good. Walker Martin's going to take some time to develop, but from what I understand is he was a first round talent that won the second round, similar to Gunnar Henderson, but at a younger age. So I'm okay with waiting for something like that. If that's like his floor, I'd be okay with that. So
yeah,
I think we've drafted better.
No, go ahead. Oh, did we lose you, Toby?
No. I just said I think we have drafted better over the years. I think certain drafts we haven't.
Okay, here's a question. A lot of these teams seems to get their guy. Giants have yet to really get their guy. Maybe it's Eldridge. I don't know, but the Giants seem to. I mean, let's talk about it. Birdsong, okay. We have high hopes, but let's see what happens. Harrison. At the MLB level, we don't know, right? Position players wise, you have to go back to the previous regime.
Yeah.
Right? Ramos, Matos,
Bailey.
But is he? We have to have a serious. I mean, he's doing good, but can his bat consistently play at the MLB level? That's going to be the biggest question right there.
Fitzgerald's been a solid pickup. Yeah, I think we've also ran into bad luck. I think Hunter Bishop was a very good talent who unfortunately never got out of the gates due to injury. Same with David Bednar. Very good talents. It just certain things happen in the game of baseball. Injuries happen. You don't get to turn them off like video games. So I think we've had a history in our organization of good drafting. I think it just we've also see other teams that have drafted in those same classes that are getting a lot of value out of their picks that necessarily stings because maybe we could have taken them. A lot of what if.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's what it is. I think a lot of what if, and I think it stings because you're not seeing those guys in the same draft class able to produce yet.
Right.
And
all right,
that's
guys.
if they ever come up.
we're gonna have a little intermission, if you will. I'm gonna bring in Shardall. What's up, Shardall? All right, guys. Chat,
Hey,
I'm gonna
Eric.
warn you. I'm gonna warn you, chat. We got something going on here. All right. So just bear with me. We'll get back to Giants talk very shortly. But someone is having a birthday in the chat today, and Shardall has agreed to sing happy birthday to Isabel Ibarra, who's been coming in the chat quite often. So, Shardall, before we get to the singing, what is up? How you doing, man?
Hey, Eric. It's great coming to the show. I'm a big fan of Giants Sports Talk Live. Great win today for the Giants, 3-1 over the Cubs. They take two out of three from the Chicago Cubs. What were your thoughts on the win today?
It was awesome, man. Huge win. To get a series win against a club like the Chicago Cubs, man, that is freaking huge, dude. Again,
Hey,
it's showing that
what were your thoughts? What were your thoughts on the win? Was it a good
great.
win?
It was a
How
good
would
win.
how would you rate the win on a scale of 1 to 10?
On a scale of 1 to 10, I will give it a good 6. It was a good 6. Again, you're playing a team that is that's scoring a lot of runs, and they were able to get it done. It's early in the season, so I'm not putting it. The scale isn't going to be that high for me yet. But as far as the way the Giants have been playing and taking care of these over 500 teams, yeah, man, it's freaking awesome.
Eric, I'm a big fan of you and Glenn on Giant Sports Star Lab. I think you two do a great job of grounding this network down. I always come and tune into your show every night. I love to show support to you guys. Both of you guys do a great job every single night.
Thank you.
You're two of the best men in business.
Thank you, Shardall. Thank you. All right, enough with the brown nosing. All right, let's go. All right, so we have a birthday. You ready to sing, right, Shardall?
I'm ready to sing.
All right, you got the name, right?
Isabel.
Yes. All right. I'll give you a count of 3. Ready? A 1, a 2, a 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Isabel. Happy birthday to you.
Shardall. Dude, you knocked that one out of the park, buddy. That was fantastic.
Good stuff, Shardall.
Fantastic. Oh, you know what? I still got to cut up that one when you saying take me out to the ball game. That was absolutely freaking hilarious. That was good stuff. Well, there you go, man. There we go. That's what we take care of the chat here on Giant Sports Talk Live, and appreciate that, Shardall. You didn't have to do that, and you did. So right on. Hey, did you do the call today, by the way?
I called the Giants and Cubs game today. No home runs by the Giants today, but that's okay. They scored 1 home run by Jung-Hoo Lee yesterday against when they won 14-5 in Game 2 of the 3-game series against the Cubs.
Yep. Okay, talk to me. Robbie Ray, what'd you think of Robbie Ray today?
Robbie Ray is a good pitcher. I like what he brought today. He's a great young upcoming talent for the Giants. I think he's going to do a great job. I don't have anything to doubt about that.
Okay, cool. You expect the same for the rest of the season?
I expect that the rest of the season, Robbie Ray is going to perform at his very best for the rest of the season.
Okay.
Dean, what are your thoughts on Robbie Ray? How do you think he's going to perform during the rest of the season?
Yeah, as long as he can stay healthy, I think Robbie Ray is going to be a really great pitcher, Shardall. I mean, he's been showing some really good stuff lately, and yeah, I think now that he's maybe starting to settle into his groove, hopefully he can keep it up.
There you go, Shardall. Did you buy a square yet, my friend?
I didn't buy a square yet. How much?
Hey.
How much do they cost? And
$20 per square there, but you
And
get
do
a
they-
chance. Go ahead.
Do they support a loyal cause?
Yes, they do. As a matter of fact, here, I'll show you right here. Charles. Check this out. That young woman right there is only 20 years old. She has a rare liver cancer. She's getting treatment, and she needs some funds to help not just with the treatment, but also just everyday life because she can't work. She's pretty much bedbound, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, anything that could support 20. But hey, that's the most important part is helping out this young woman. But it also puts you in the running and winning 4 tickets If you buy one square, you have a chance to win 4 front row tickets, Chardall. Where are those tickets? Right there. You see that view? That picture is taken from where you would be sitting at a San Francisco Giants game. Pretty cool, huh?
I would really love to go to the 2 games.
It's one of the 2, not both. One of the 2.
I might be working at Great America. I don't really.
Okay.
I don't want to make a commitment at this point. What if I'm working on those one of those 2 games, and I won't be able to go to the game?
That's fair. There's nothing wrong with that. We're not pressuring you. Hey, you know what? They have a GoFundMe. If you go back to this this live stream, if you back it up a little bit, I have the link to the GoFundMe. So if you want to just help them out, hey, every little bit helps with this cause. So there you go, man.
Dean, it's always great having you on the program. I think you contribute a lot to the Giants as well. I think you have a lot of knowledge as well in the Giants. You're willing to share that with us is something that I could not fathom.
Thanks, Chardell. That's really kind of you to say. Appreciate it.
Look at that. He's taking over the show, man.
I try to tune into the show as well. You know, I like going to Oracle Park. I really want to go to SGSU night. They had a San Jose State University night where all the alumni of San Jose State came out to the ballpark. Unfortunately, it's a night. That was a night game. My parents are not like I can only go to night games if I go with somebody, a friend or somebody to go with me. Then Fair. I can go to night games. They're risky.
Yeah, they're risky.
My parents are watching out for my safety to make sure I don't get robbed or mugged by some guy on the street.
That's fair. Yeah, you never know.
If I get robbed or mugged, they're gonna take all my money away, and I don't want to be in that situation.
You know a little kung fu?
I don't want to be robbed and mugged by some criminal I see on the street.
Do you know kung fu?
I'm gonna take.
Do you know kung fu?
I know kung fu. I'm gonna take kung fu classes. So if an attacker tries to attack me, I'm gonna use self-defense and fend off the attacker.
What about jujitsu? Do you know jujitsu?
I don't know jujitsu.
Brazilian boxing.
I know MMA.
Judo?
Judo, MMA, I know all of those. Boxing?
You know, judo is actually really good because it's about throwing people. And that's what you want to do, right? You just want to throw people and get the hell out of there. As Fuji says, just run. Hey, are you a fast runner? There you go.
I'm a fast runner.
Hey, so there you go. See, you got nothing to fear. You see a threat. You know how you got the fight or flight instinct? Well, just tap in to that flight. And run like the wind.
I went to Giants Fan Fest. I took a picture in the Giants dugout. Some Dashers were telling me I could be a ball player.
There you go, man. What would you say is your natural position, Chardall?
And I look like Willie Damas because I have the trimmed beard. They said I look like Willie Damas to be a ball player.
So would you consider yourself a shortstop?
I want to be a catcher like Buster Posey, my favorite player.
How's your blocking skills?
Not that great.
Can you frame? Are you a good framer?
I'm a good framer.
Yeah. Let's see. Hey, turn on the camera. Let's see some of your framing action.
What? I don't feel like turning my camera.
That's fine. Okay. Let's see.
Are
you a switch hitter?
I'm a switch hitter.
Are you a switch thrower?
I can bat right and I can bat left.
Are you a switch thrower?
I can throw. I'm a righty and I can throw. I'm a righty and a lefty.
That's pretty damn good. I'm telling you,
the utility.
I think a club will be just. You'll have clubs lining up.
If I was a San Francisco Giants player, my walk-up song would be "Enter Sandman" by Metallica.
You know what? It's funny how you say that because I was just going to ask you, what would your walk-up music be? Okay, that's your walk-up music when you come to play. What would your walk-up music be when you want to be a pitcher?
My walk-up music when I want to be a pitcher? Thunderstruck by AC/DC.
Thunderstruck. Okay, look at that. Hey, I can't fault you for that. Those are pretty good, man. Not too bad. Not too bad. All right, Chardall. Let's see. Okay, real quick before you get out of here. How do you think the Giants are going to do against the Twins?
The Giants are going to sweep the Minnesota Twins.
Like the way you
sweep them. Okay.
The Giants are going to win game 1, 9-5. Giants are going to win game 2, 10-3, and the Giants are going to win game 3, 5-4.
Okay, look at that. All right, that's fair. Make sure you come back on and you keep us updated on that. All right, Charnel. Hey man, thanks for showing up, buddy.
Viewers, make sure to click the like button, smash the subscribe button, ring the notification bell for Giants Sports Talk Live. Giants and Glenn and Eric do a great job on the show, and I try and tune into the show every single night to show support for Eric and Glenn, two of my favorite hosts. The most down-to-earth hosts I've ever met. And I would love to meet you two one day. And get
hey, you never know. Maybe we'll get out to the ballpark. Hey, whenever we get out to the ballpark, there you go.
Dean, it's great having you on the show. I'll definitely call in next time. I love calling in. I think this might be one of my best calls so far. You have to snip this and put this, make this into a short.
Maybe I might have to. Chardal, you were great tonight. Right on.
Yeah, thanks for having me on the show, and I'll definitely call in to another Giants post-game show.
There you go. Thanks, Chardal. All right, there was the great Chardal.
The legend.
The man, the myth, the legend. Absolutely. There you go.
Also, Glenn, watch your back. I'm coming for your job,
Eddie,
apparently.
Eddie, shut your mouth. No show tomorrow. So, yeah, come on tomorrow. 8:30. We will not be here. But, yeah, no day off tomorrow. So that's going to be nice.
Yeah, we're not going to have any Thursday games for a while, actually.
Yeah, I think it's like 4 Thursdays in a row, man. It's going to actually be kind of nice where you take a little bit of a break.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
But yeah, there we go. I think we lost connection with what's his name? Toby.
Yeah.
So there you go. All right, let's see what else we got in here. Joey Carson Ragsdale, Whitmore. Who is Whitmore? Oh yeah, he's another pitcher. Velasquez, Black, Wisenhunt, McCrae, Palomares. I'm forgetting quite a few. But talent is abound. We'll have to see, Joey. Let's see how they pan out. Eddie. Yeah, I don't know, man. We'll have to see how these guys, they're in the minor leagues and you want to see something, but you know how it is, man. You get to the MLB, it's a totally different monster, man. It just is.
It's a very talented group, but still very unproven. Right.
And it seems like football, maybe I'm wrong, but it seems like if you're a fantastic college player, you're going to have some success in the NFL, right? If you're a fantastic basketball player, right, in college, usually you're going to turn out to be pretty good in the NBA. Baseball is a different monster, man. It just is. You could just tear up. I mean, we've seen it before. VR, man, he's been a monster in the minor leagues. What's his name? Our third baseman. Who's he playing for now? Gosh, how come I can't think of his name? He was batting near 400 when they called him up. Oh my gosh. Who am I? Why can't I think of his damn name? He had number 22. Someone remind me. I can't. It's just escaping my memory for some reason. But again, you just don't know. Once they get to the big league level, you just don't know what to expect until they actually go out there and get it done. But yeah, let's see. We can all go with Chardon and keep. He's gonna have private security. Giant Sports Talk Live security.
He's going to have his own entourage.
Oh, my gosh. All right, let's see what else we got here. I'm going to get ready to probably shut it down here in a little bit. Man, I've already been going an hour and a half. Damn, where the hell did the time go? Wow. Sure. Nope. And nope. All right, I think yeah, we're getting ready to close it down here. Again, off day tomorrow for the Giants. They need it, right, Dean? They've been playing a lot of games. I know they had that one. Again, hopefully they don't come back and have a game like they did when they had the last day off. They went to San Diego after the day off, and it was bad. Hopefully it won't be the same when they're over there in Minnesota. Again, I hope the Giants, they should be able to take 2 or 3, right, Dean? They should be able to take 2 or 3 against the Twins.
Yeah, I would say
again,
on paper they should take 2 of 3. I would say
they should be.
Yeah. Again, should is a very
no worries.
a very flimsy word.
Yeah. Wait, who's pitching? So who's pitching tomorrow? Or is it
Oh, we should
Hicks, right?
Yeah, Hicks next, and then
so Hicks, Webb,
Hicks,
and
Webb,
Roop?
Roop.
Ooh.
We'll see how.
Yes. Hold on. Let's reevaluate this real quick here. Hicks, he was okay his last outing, right? It was okay.
Yeah, but again, it was the Rockies, so
I
how
know.
much stock do I put in that?
I know.
He did also have and then he had a good game against the Rangers, who also don't have a very good offense.
And to be honest with you, Roop was decent, but the problem is the defense let him down, right? That's what happened to Roop. He had actually a decent outing, and that was against Chicago, right? Wasn't that? It wasn't the first game in Chicago. He did okay. So we'll see how it goes. That's good.
Yeah, the defense has looked a little sloppy at times. I mean, it's bound to happen at some point. I mean, last year actually too. I've been seeing a lot of people get a little bit of concern about Chapman's errors as of late. But I think of last year, and I think at some point, not that early on in the season, Chapman was leading the league in errors, and obviously that fell the other direction after a while, and of course
he's also got the most assists at third base.
Yeah, but you look at the plays that so many other third basemen don't even make, and I feel like that way outweighs the errors at this point. So I'm not very worried. It happens. Adames too, not the best glove, but he there was that silly deflection off of Chapman to Adames today. That was an interesting play. It's definitely not. It's not definitely not playing up to potential, but I think it turns around.
Yeah, I think so too. So hey, I'm telling you, if they could come out of here, if they come out of this road trip, because they head back home after Minnesota, right? Or
that's right. And then they have the D-backs after that.
Okay, so if they could go home, what is that? 4-2? Ooh, dude. That's pretty good.
Be going into the D-back series, they'd be going in 26-15. That's pretty darn good.
That's pretty damn good, man. And again, this fight in the West is going to continue, I think, throughout the year, unless something catastrophic happens to one of these teams. But you never know. It's baseball. You never know. There's a lot more ahead. All right, so there we go. Dean, hey, thanks for coming on. We'll close out the show. Thanks for popping on, man. All right, have a good one, Dean.
You too.
All right, there was Dean, guys. All right, guys, enjoy your day off from baseball tomorrow. I don't know what you'll do. I think there's Warriors basketball, right? Tomorrow night. So you guys could get your dose of basketball. We'll be back here. Or I shouldn't say we. Glenn will be back here on Friday night. I will be at the A's and Yankees game. Maybe I'll check in if I got a chance to check in. I will check in live from Sutter Health Park, and maybe just talk a little bit, and then I'll get out of there. But yeah, it should be a lot of fun. So, but for the most part, Glenn will take it the whole way on Friday, and then I'll be back on Saturday. So, guys, and enjoy the rest of your Wednesday night. Enjoy your Thursday night, and then we'll see you this weekend. All right. Be good, guys. And again, keep your notifications monitored, because I may go live tomorrow night. We'll see. No guarantees, but we will see. All right, guys, have a good one. Thanks for showing up. Woo!
You've been watching Giant Sports Talk Live with Eric and Glenn, a Northern Lights Entertainment Broadcasting production.